everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a 30-minute level 2-3 ball and weights class. So if you don't have any weights or anything that you can substitute for weights like water bottles or tins of food or whatever, then don't worry about it. You can still use it. The one thing that you definitely do need though is a ball. The weights that I am using are a variety of weights. So they're all light weights. The lightest that I have is 5 pounds, and then I have 8 pounds and 10 pounds. You don't need a variety, just have something that you can use to add a little bit of weight. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you've got comments or feedback, please let me know in the comments section below. We are going to get started today with our lightest set of weights in our hands, sitting on the ball. Come to sit towards the front of your ball. Have your legs out in front of you, kind of at like a 45-degree angle. You're going to bring your arms out in front of you with or without your weights. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to scoop your weights into your chest as you draw the ball underneath you, making a C curve with your spine. And then as you inhale, you just extend those weights back out in front of you, straighten the legs. As you exhale, pull the weights in towards your chest, scoop under your belly. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, tuck the ball underneath you. Inhale, bring it back to center. We do 7 more just like this. At the bottom of your next one, you're going to stay down. Stay in your C curve. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to sweep the right arm back behind you, ground down evenly through both feet. And then inhale, bring that arm back to center. As you exhale, sweep your left arm back behind you. Try and keep your pelvis even on the ball. Inhale back to center. Exhale with the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. We've got 8 more on each side. Bring it back to center. You're going to hold those weights at your chest. Keep that C curve of your spine. Draw your lower belly down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press down into your right foot. See if you can float your left foot up to tabletop. Try to keep the ball still. And then inhale, float it down. As you exhale, float your right leg up. Inhale, float it down. Exhale the left. Inhale, float it down. Exhale the right. Inhale, float it down. So when you lift, think about not just lifting from your hip, think about drawing your belly down and floating that leg up. So try not to just crank through your hip flexors, although they obviously are the muscles that are doing most of the work here. Do it for 6 more on each side. Place the right foot down, and then you slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. All the way up to sitting, and then we're going to come to standing. You're going to move that ball in front of you. With or without the weights, we're going to come to kneeling on the ball. So you'll put the ball in front of your shins, shift your weight forward, and then draw the ball underneath you. It's a little bit tricky with the weights, so take your time, hit pause if you need to. Once you get there, staying balanced might be enough work for you. Otherwise, if you're coming with me, you're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to float that right arm up to the sky, and then inhale, bring it down. Exhale, float your left arm up to the sky. Inhale, bring it down. We're going to keep alternating like this. Alternating is going to make it harder for your body to keep balance. And I don't mind if you turn your palm to face the front of the room, or if you turn it to face the midline, whatever feels the best for your shoulders. We're going more about balance today as opposed to strength. Do 7 more on each arm. Squirrel on the wall outside, and my dog has just noticed it. Hopefully he doesn't go berserk. But one more on each side. Beautiful. You're going to stay standing on your shins, and we're just going to reverse this movement. So you're going to take both arms up to the sky. You're going to lower one arm and then bring it back to meet the other. Lower the other arm and bring it back up to meet the other. We're going to go for 10 on each side, so you've got 9 more each side. One more each side. Slowly bring those weights all the way back down. You're going to come off the ball, set those weights down to the side just for a second. We're going to come into a plank pose. So hands will be on the ball. If this bothers your wrists, you can come down to your forearms. You're going to step it back into a high plank pose. Once again, this might be where you stay. Otherwise, take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, press into your left foot. Keep the rest of your body as still as you can. Just float your right foot off. And then inhale, set it down. Exhale, float the left foot off. And then inhale, set it down. Exhale the right. Inhale, set it down. Exhale the left. Inhale, set it down. We've got 8 more on each side. One more each side. And then roll it all the way up to standing. I'm going to grab a heavier set of weights. You're going to come to stand with the ball in between your knees. So depending on how big your ball is or how tall you are, the ball may be on or off the ground. So you're not quite in a squat, but your knees are bent. You're going to bring your arms wide like a little goalpost. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to squeeze the ball between your knees, squeeze your forearms towards each other, and then inhale, let everything come back to the start. Exhale, squeeze everything to the center. Inhale, bring it back to the start. We've got 8 more. Try not to let your elbows drop below shoulder height. Beautiful. You're going to bring your arms back out to that cactus position. You're going to hold the arms and we're just going to pulse the right knee in towards the center. So as you exhale, squeeze the right knee, inhale, release. Exhale to squeeze, inhale, release. We've got 8 more. And then the left for 10, 9, 'Bring those arms down, release the ball. We're going to come back to a plank pose. This time the feet are going to be on the ball. So place your hands down on the floor. Shins on the ball will make this a little bit easier. Feet on the ball will make it a little bit harder. You could stay right here, otherwise we're going to take those leg lifts again. As you exhale, you'll press into the left foot, float the right leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, float the left leg. Inhale, set it down. You've got 9 more on each side. One more each side. And then you're going to step off the ball. We're going to come back to sitting on the ball. So back to the same position that we were in at the start. Come towards the front of the ball. Take your weights, take an inhale. As you exhale, you roll down into your C curve. This time, we're going to take the arms overhead. So the further behind you they are, the harder this will be. We'll start one at a time. Take an inhale, keep your C curve. As you exhale, press your right arm up overhead. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, left arm overhead. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, both arms back. Ooh, slipping. Inhale, bring it back in. I'm just going to put my weights in front of my toes so I don't slip. Exhale, right arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, left arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, both arms. Inhale, center. We've got 4 more rounds. Weights are not helping at all. and then roll yourself up. We're going to take a little twist here. So bring your weights to your chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, roll back into your C curve. Take an inhale here. Keep your feet down to start. As you exhale, you're just going to twist your torso towards the right. Keep your elbows wide. Keep your left hip heavy. And then inhale to center. Exhale. Twist to the left. Keep your right hip heavy. Inhale to center. You can stay with that. Otherwise, as you exhale, you'll float your right leg up, or maybe just your right heel up as you twist. And then inhale to center. Exhale. Float your left leg up as you twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale to center. We're going for 4 more on each side. And then bring it all the way back up. We're going to come back to kneeling on the ball. So a little pattern here. So ball comes back in front of your shins. You'll bring yourself all the way up to stand on your shins on the ball. Again, you might just be working on balance here. If what we did last time was hard enough, you can certainly stay there. Otherwise, we're going to take that movement out to the side. So as you exhale, you'll float your right arm out to the side. And then inhale, bring it down. Exhale, float your left arm out to the side. Inhale, bring it down. We've got 9 more on each side. Now we're going to reverse that movement. So you'll bring your arms out to the side, drop your right, lift it up, drop your left, lift it up. 9 more on each side. Bring those weights down. Slowly bring yourself off the ball. We're going to come down onto our knees and onto our forearms. So forearms on the ball, knees on the floor. Press down into your forearms. Don't sink your shoulders into your neck. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to press down into the ball. Float those knees. Inhale, just tap. Exhale, float them up. Inhale to tap. We've got 8 more. Last one. keep your forearms on the ball. You're just going to step yourself back into a high plank, into a plank pose. As you inhale, you're going to move the ball away from you, so shift the elbows forward. Exhale, draw them towards you. Shift the ball to the right, center, left, center. Inhale forward, exhale center, inhale right, exhale center, inhale left, exhale center. 4 more rounds. Last round. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. You're going to come to stand at the front of your mat. Your ball is going to be behind you. Around a slightly heavier set of weights. Left foot will be on the ground. Right foot will be on the ball. We're going to come into our lunge. So I want you to shift your hips back so that your front shin is parallel to the ground. Your knees not coming way, way forward. As you inhale, let the ball roll behind you. Chest comes low, hips go back. Exhale, drive through your front foot to stand. It's like a Bulgarian split squat. As you inhale, come down into your lunge. As you exhale, press to stand. We've got 8 more on this side. One more. We're going to stay on this leg. You're going to keep the front leg straight this time. We're going to come into a little staggered deadlift. So that right foot can still float behind you, almost like you're coming to a warrior 3. And then as you exhale, bring yourself back up to standing. Inhale, hinge forward, keep the left leg straight, gentle bend in the knee. And then exhale, hamstrings and glutes pull you back to stand. We've got 8 more. Last one here. And you'll step that right foot down, and we're just going to switch it to the other side. So now the top of the left foot will come to the ball, right foot is on the floor. We'll start with our lunges. As you inhale, shift those hips back towards the ball. Deep bend in the front knee, ball goes back behind you, and then exhale, pull yourself up to stand. Inhale, come into your lunge. Exhale, press to stand. You've got 8 more. And now we'll come into our little deadlift situation. As you inhale, send those hips back, hinge forward, exhale, pull yourself up to stand. We've got 9 more. Last one. And then step that left foot down. We're going to come back to sitting on the ball. Well, kind of, sort of. Make your way to the back of the mat, sit on the ball. Weights are in your hands. You're going to walk yourself forward so that your head and your shoulders are supported on the ball, but your hips are lifted in a high bridge. Palms are going to face each other. So, actually, your first option would be a chest press. So you could bend your right elbow and then press it back up to the sky, and then bend your left elbow and press it back up to the sky. Or a little bit harder, you'll come into a flat. So your palms face each other. Your right arm comes wide, as if you're going to give someone a hug, and then exhale, pull it back to the midline. As you inhale, your left arm will come wide, and then exhale, pull it back to the midline. So you're going further away from your base of support. It's going to make it a little bit harder. If you want to make this harder still, your next step would be to bring your feet towards each other. Harder still would be to come up onto the tippy toes, and then harder still would be to lift one leg at a time. So probably the opposite leg to the arm that's moving. Here, 5 more on each side. Roll yourself all the way back up to standing. We're going to take those weights up and overhead. You're going to try and keep a pretty neutral position in through your spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to float your left leg off. Try and stay still through the rest of your body. And then set it down. And then exhale, float your right leg off. Inhale, set it down. Exhale the left. Inhale, set it down. Exhale the right. Inhale, set it down. We're going to do 4 more on each side. Weights back down to your shoulder. One more time, we're going to come into that supported high bridge position. So head and shoulders on the ball. Your palms can either face towards your toes or they can face in towards the midline, whatever feels the best on your shoulder. We're going to go one at a time. Keep your elbows straight. As you inhale, You're going to reach your right arm towards the top of the mat, so over your head, and then exhale, pull it back to center. As you inhale, you'll reach your left arm overhead, and then exhale, pull it back to center. Same options as before. If you want to make this harder, you can bring your feet closer together. You can add a little heel raise as you lift, or you can think about lifting the opposite foot off the floor to the arm that's moving. We'll do 5 more on each side. More each side. Bring those weights into your chest, throw yourself all the way up, and then we're going to make our way down onto our backs. Okie dokie. So, ball is going to go underneath your heels or your feet. We're going to come into a bridge and a skull crusher. So, hands are going to go up to the sky. If you can't do a bridge without your arms on the floor, then just keep your arms on the floor. Otherwise, arms up towards the sky. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lift your hips. As you inhale, you're going to send your feet away from you, bend your elbows. And then as you exhale, pull the ball in towards you, straighten your elbows. So I'm not moving my shoulders, I'm just bending my elbows. Inhale, legs away, elbows bend. Exhale, heels in, elbows straighten. Hips stay lifted the whole time. You've got 8 more. Last one. And then we're going to roll ourselves down, set our weights down. We're going to drill that ball underneath our legs, and we're just going to finish off with a little twist here. Our legs out of the way. You can bring your arms nice and wide and just let your legs tick-tock from side to side, trying to keep the opposite shoulder down on the floor. Bring it back to center. Send the ball long underneath your left leg. Just reach your right leg up towards the sky. Grab behind your calf and take a little hamstring stretch. And switch it out. Send the ball long underneath your right leg. Take your left leg to the sky. Stretch. Draw the ball in underneath your knees. Let your arms come out into a cactus position on the floor. Take a really deep inhale through your nose. And a big open mouth exhale to let it all go. Please feel free to finish up with any stretches, movements, positions that you feel like you need. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.